Mama came with my butt.
We're already rolling, baby. Why did I get all the pillows?
Because that's just where I keep them.
I mean, we're rolling, but we're not ready, so I don't think you should expect that crispy can opening to be.
You should put that in it.
Maybe later.
Snap it.
This
Hi!
is this the return of the Flex Zone?
I don't think I like that name anymore.
It already exists in people's feed.
But can't we change the name?
I mean, I guess. But do we have a better name? We don't.
I mean, we can think of one. I can't have genius come to me like off the drop of a dime.
I don't think we're at. First of all, we've never even edited this when we've done it. So to think that we're going to put any thought into changing it. You know, perhaps you're more brilliant than I.
I am.
But I question your ability to come up with something new.
Well, not right now.
Ever. In regards to this. So, how have you been since we last podcasted?
You know, I've been really good and really bad, and now I'm on anti-anxiety medication, so we're on the up. What about you?
My life hasn't changed that. I've just had
now you're hurt.
I have had a comical amount of medical.
You did wait until I got us employer-sponsored health insurance again, though.
Yeah.
Which is real nice.
Yeah. Nothing really went wrong with me while we were on Mass Health.
Yeah. If you don't know, I was laid off from my job in November. Not ideal going into the holiday season, not gonna lie. But thankfully, I hustle really hard and I'm really good at what I do, and I found another job and I started that in March. So it was not long.
I was hoping you were going to say you hustled and got us on Mass Health.
I also did that, but we were without health insurance for a month.
But that like isn't a hustle.
That wasn't a hustle.
Also, I just thought of this. What if there is somebody who only found the podcast, never was aware of like your TikTokdom that brought about the podcast.
Yeah.
And then it just went dark until now. And they're just like, did they get a divorce? Did they die?
Neither.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I'm Mike. I'm here with my first wife, Alex. I'm her second husband.
I'm Alex. I'm here with my second husband, Mike.
Which is interesting because when I say first wife, Alex, it implies that I'm going to have more.
You're not.
But somehow, when you say second husband, it doesn't imply you're going to have more.
No.
That's interesting.
Is it?
Poll the audience. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe.
Like, please don't do anything.
I don't think you will. It'll make for interesting television. So this is on YouTube for the first time.
Hi. Cool.
So what brought us back? Was it this delicious recess mood? A canned feeling? A sparkling water to help you unwind with magnesium? Adaptogens? Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
And real fruit to get... It's definitely real fruit. To get you that place you want to be.
I have a code for you if you would like to get your own cans.
And we'll have, in case you want it, the affiliate link will be in the info.
Yeah, but you can use the code.
Is it code?
Alexandria says no E. We'll put it somewhere, but use that code. You'll get a little something off your order. There it is.
So this,
I'll get better at this. This tastes good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I literally opened this and never tried it until now. And this is an enjoyable beverage.
Yeah, there's some Okay, so there's magnesium.
And an adaptogens. I already said this.
I'm telling them what it does, you dumbass. Magnesium L-threonate is a form of magnesium for the brain. There's adaptogens, L-theanine, and lemon balm in mine to help maintain balance.
Mine do too. I take recess.
Oh, yeah, take a recess.
I take a recess to create a moment in time to do with it what you wish. Calm, cool, collected.
They're good.
Yeah, buy these so that we can buy more.
Yep. But yeah, so we came back because honestly, we watched 2 TV shows recently and we wanted to talk about it. That's it. That's why we're back. So maybe that's all we're going to do on this now. Who's to say?
And those TV shows were Taxi Cab Confessionals and Real Sex on HBO.
What's Taxi Cab Confessionals?
You never watched any of those HBO shows late at night?
I didn't have HBO. I was poor.
I really didn't have it either, but I know what they were. So Taxi Cab Confessionals was just like a camera set up in a taxi cab and people would talk, and it was kind of weird.
People talk in cars?
It wasn't called Uber Confessional. It wasn't Lyft Confessional.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oop.
And then Real Sex was the people you'd never want to see or hear talk about sex.
Oh.
They didn't show. I don't think they showed penetration, but there was nudity.
I did not know about these. No. I was I was poor.
So you weren't. Did one of the cats poop?
Probably.
This is a real dog. All right, so the TV shows we actually watched were
White Lotus.
Season 3. I did not watch 1 or 2.
I watched all of them, but I was late to the game, so I just watched them in the last month.
But Season 3 is relatively new,
yeah,
right?
Season 3 came out in the winter? Spring?
Okay.
Recently. And
the rehearsal season 2, which we also did watch Season 1.
Yeah.
All right, which one do you want to talk about? My iPad was dead, but I took June's so I can pull up the Wikipedia page because I'm really bad at.
Let's do White Lotus. So yeah, I was late to the game on White Lotus. Everyone told me I should watch it, and I just didn't. I don't know why. But it was really good.
I've reached my time limit on Google.com.
Oh, because she's not allowed to go on that.
Gotcha. All right.
Can you check Chrome?
I don't think that's still on here.
I'll get my iPad. Hold on.
You have a phone. Just pull up the phone. I'm just not going to remember characters' names. Okay. I don't have time for names and faces.
Okay. Good to know that I locked that thing down, though.
Ooh. I reached my time limit on calendar, weather, and maps.
I think it turns off at a certain time because she shouldn't be using it at night. So, nothing works.
Oh.
It's
here it is.
Yeah.
That used to be my iPad. I should know how to use it.
Okay, I've got the Wikipedia. White Lotus Season 3. Okay, so yeah. So everyone was telling me to watch White Lotus. I, for some reason, didn't. And then I had a work trip to Denver. And I was on a plane for a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start the White Lotus. Let's do this. And I blew through the entire first season. I'm pretty sure, on that trip. And then the second season, and then I invited Mike to watch the third season with me because he was getting a little butthurt that I kept watching it without him.
Yeah, let's talk about how I'll go out for a night and you'll be like, I'm 3 episodes into a new show. And then...
Stop going out.
That can't stop, won't stop.
Stop going out. I don't go out. I don't do anything.
Right.
Other moms have a problem with this in our friend group. I don't.
I'm just saying...
I got shows.
I get left behind on the TV, which...
Well, yeah. Anyways, so we watched Season 3. I caught him up on the first 2 seasons of how everyone was intertwined. You saw part of Season 2.
Sure.
That was the one with what's her face? Aubrey Plaza.
I think I saw 30 seconds of it.
Well, anyways.
I did see her.
Cat. Anyways, so season 3 of White Lotus, it actually premiered on February 16th of this year.
Okay, so we weren't that far behind.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you want to talk about it?
All right. So, I mean, overall, I think it was too long.
It was 8 episodes.
I think they could have made each episode like 10, 15 minutes shorter, an episode or two less. There was just depth to it that wasn't necessary.
See, I disagree because I wanted to know infinitely more about everyone. Like, I wish I could know more.
Who did you want to know more about?
I wanted to know more about Leslie Bibb's character, Kate. She was the one from Texas.
She was like the third wheel, right?
No, she was like the one who had like the perfect life. And they were like, "Are you a Republican?"
Yeah. She was the least interesting of all 3 women.
I think she had stuff going on there.
I think she just was a character that came together to create the dynamic of a threesome, and they put no depth into her.
See, I think that they were trying to do that with Lori, Carrie Coon's character, the divorcee, who ended up sleeping with that guy.
Not the actress.
Not the actress. The other one, the divorcee.
No. I feel like the whole thing was about her and the celebrity lady, and like their like tension, and there just had to be somebody who was a buffer.
I think all 3 of them had tension.
Yeah,
and like it's a very female dynamic of friendship who's been friends for that long.
Yeah, but I don't think knowing more about her would have created anything. They would have just made the show longer.
I just wanted to know more. Sorry. I like Leslie Bibb.
I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with her.
Mike really liked Walton Goggins.
I mean, I in general like Walton Goggins because run around a house with a pickle in your mouth, misbehaving. I was interested in his character merely because I've only seen him in the Danny McBride things.
Yeah. Not like a serious role.
Right. And I feel as though everybody in a Danny McBride thing plays the same character.
It's true.
So to see that he had some more depth.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked his character. I wanted to understand more about why he was like trying to go after that guy.
Because he ruined his life.
I know, but like he didn't give like, I don't know. I just feel like I didn't know enough about him.
If anything, that would have to be like an entire spin-off series.
Yeah, I'm down to clown. But now we can't because he's...
Well, they could do a retroactive one.
If you haven't...
A prequel. I mean, if you're listening to this...
if you haven't watched season 3, you should probably stop.
Or if you're still listening to hear us dissect it.
Yeah.
What are you doing if you didn't want spoilers?
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, he's dead now, but whatever. I don't know. I liked him. I liked his relationship with, what's her face?
The big teeth girl.
Yeah.
If you haven't realized, I don't remember names, and I'm
trying to look.
Not great at faces. It was like Amy or something.
Chelsea. She's Amy Lou Wood.
That's her real name?
That's her real name.
See, I knew it.
She was Chelsea.
That's Amy. That's Amy for you.
Amy. I liked their storyline a lot. I thought, now that we know her name was Chelsea,
yeah.
I thought she was very sweet. I think she was just looking for love and was like, I'm gonna make it work no matter what, which is very admirable. Like, she was like not deterred.
Yeah.
And then she died because of it. So like, that's tough.
Yeah. And then there was the family.
The Ratliff family. Fun fact.
You dated Patrick Schwarzenegger was your first husband.
No.
True douchebag.
The actor who played what's his face?
The dad or Lockie?
Timothy. Jason Isaacs. It's rumored
Chris Isaacs' dad.
No. This is with a C, not a K. It's rumored or it's true, I forget which one it is, but that he based his character off of a character, of a person on Southern Charm. What's his name?
I hate all those people on that show.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's a thing, that does not surprise me because I don't like the people on that show. So, and I did not like those people.
So yeah, he based his character, or like he watched the season to like emulate his mannerisms. Cause yeah.
I have a question.
For me?
Yes.
Oh.
From most disliked to least disliked of that family.
Of the Ratliff family?
Yeah.
I most disliked well, now I have to look at their names. I most disliked Saxon. Far and away. Patrick Schwarzenegger's character, the oldest brother.
Okay.
He was such a jerk. He was so rude. And he had like nothing to offer. Like as a person. Like if he's a real person, like that, he had nothing to offer and I didn't like him. Next up would probably be the dad.
Okay.
Because what the heck, man? What the heck? And what the heliante? Then the mom. Then Piper, then Lachlan. I liked Lachlan the most. Even though he was really confused, but it's just he was just trying to people please everyone, and it was really sad, actually.
Yeah. So like,
is that yours or is yours different?
Mine is, I'm gonna say, significantly different.
You put Lachlan at the bottom. I'm gonna.
No. I think Lachlan. There's a tier break. Lachlan and Piper. Like, only reason why Piper wasn't particularly likable was like
she dragged them there under false pretenses.
Yeah, and like she showed that she actually wasn't about that life.
Yeah, she was trying to cosplay.
But like even still, it seemed at least there was a desire to be a good person. There was a desire to be more.
Yeah.
And like it seemed as though she was young enough that she could have theoretically.
Yeah, she had good intentions.
Yes, she could, and like she could have turned those good intentions into something else.
Sure.
But I think the for me, as an incel, the least likable one was the mom.
Parker Posey.
Well, she was just vapid. There was nothing to her. She was just as shitty as the.
But she knew that. Like she didn't pretend to be anything more.
Well, I don't think any of them were. I feel like they were all.
Piper did.
Right, but I'm saying of the three shitbags.
Oh, okay.
They were very much so. Dad and Saxon were very aware of who they were.
Yeah.
She just seemed like vapid, living off the fat of the land, no aspirations. Whereas like Saxon had shitty aspirations, but he at least had aspirations.
I think her aspirations were to be a wife and mother,
yeah,
and be rich and not working. I don't know.
Yeah, and who am I to say?
That's bad.
You know what? Maybe she's not the worst. Look at me, stay-at-home dad, trying to be rich, doing my trophy wife.
Vapid.
Well, entirely vapid. And then I'm going to say the dad is a bigger piece of shit because he thought about killing his entire family.
Yeah, to get out of his mess.
And at the end of the day, he did create the monster that was Saxon.
He did. The only reason Saxon was the way he was is because of him.
So
he tried to kill Lachlan.
And so I would say the dad is the second worst. And then like Saxon is a giant piece of shit, but like.
Well, we both had dad as second.
True. Oh, I think you had Saxon as second.
No, I said Saxon was first.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're right.
Saxon, dad, mom.
Gotcha, okay.
So I like Piper Posey.
Yeah, I think Saxon's a giant piece of shit, but like I also think in that theoretical, like, that's a parenting failure, which bumps dad above.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
So, okay. Is there any other storyline that you...
Belinda's.
She's the black woman.
Yes. The spa worker.
I mean, that was also kind of boring.
Wasn't. He was trying to, like, kill her because she knew about,
But he didn't try to kill her.
Well, she thought he was. He was being real creepy.
Yeah, that's because he just wanted to see people.
We're talking about what's his face. This is helpful, but
Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
But that was just because Gary was a weirdo because he just wanted to see people bang his wife or his girlfriend.
Yeah, but we didn't find that out to the very end. That was weird.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
no, I liked Belinda. I liked seeing her be a little bit more than just like.
Well, some of us didn't get to watch season 1 or 2 because we weren't invited to the party.
Sorry. I think it was good to see her and her aspirations and like finding love, but also seeing her like love her son.
Finding love, she left the guy behind.
Yeah, she should. Don't uproot your life when you just got $5 million.
Yeah. All right.
I would also peace out. And then Guy Talk. The guard.
Also a fairly boring. Like his character arc was like kind of a wiener, gets a date with a hot girl.
A wiener. He's a
the
nice
girl
guy.
Thinks he's kind of a wiener.
He's a nice
Everybody
guy.
thinks he's kind of a wiener.
I don't.
And then he shows at the end of the day that he's not a wiener. By pow pow.
Pow pow. Yeah. Great aim, though.
Yeah. So I
think it was a good one. I did, however, prefer season 2 in Italy. I liked that one a little bit more.
I'm also gonna. This isn't prefacing it because we've been talking about it for minutes, but I will say that all throughout my life. Do you hear my stomach just there?
Yeah, that was a funny sound.
Yeah, that was cool. I'll have to fart off camera eventually. I feel like I go into things and don't like them as much, and I'm far more critical when they have been hyped up by people.
Oh.
Whereas people have made it seem like this is the greatest show ever. And like, I watched it all, so it couldn't have been that bad. I didn't go play Fortnite.
Yeah. And you didn't yell at me that it was hurting your head, like all my Bravo shows.
Yeah. It didn't hurt my head. But, talking about hurting heads, let's transition to our other show.
Oh, gosh.
The Rehearsal.
Oh, my God. Okay, season 1 of The Rehearsal also hurt my head.
I would argue that was crazier. I don't have enough of it to remember necessarily.
Season 2, no, he became a whole pilot.
Right, okay. So for people who are listening to this and don't have the intention of watching it or are going to turn it off right after this, the whole premise of the Rehearsal is helping people in situations by creating rehearsals so that they can eliminate.
I'm going to read you the Wikipedia summation. The premise of The Rehearsal features Nathan Fielder as a fictionalized version of himself, helping ordinary people rehearse upcoming difficult conversations or life events through the use of sets and actors hired to recreate real situations. The situations can be trivial, like confessing to a lie about your educational history, or more complex, like raising a child. Fielder commissions extravagant sets with every detail recreated and hires actors to inhabit these sets and practice different dialogue trees with his clients dozens of times to try to prepare them for every variable. Information used to train the actors and build the sets is often collected without the subject's knowledge. However, this part is often played with a comedic effect.
Right. So that's the show. And I personally love it. And I know why I love it. Can you guess why I love it? You can't, I guess.
No. Because I don't love it.
Because I don't know where reality starts and ends.
That's why I don't like it.
And it makes me think on like such an insane level. And I'm going to also say this, and this is like potentially why I like this, and I didn't love The White Lotus, and I'm not like the biggest TV watcher. In general, I'm not like a fiction person.
Yeah.
Like I don't read fiction books. I probably would prefer a documentary or like a docu-series over like
Yeah.
sitcoms and what have you. Like 9 out of 10 shows miss with me.
My thing is like I like documentaries and I like docuseries. Like I watch plenty of them, mostly about murder. But I don't want to think anymore by the time I'm like sitting down to watch TV. Like I don't want to have to put all this together of like which part was real, which part was fake. Where is this going? Like I just want it to play. That's it.
See, I'm just like, wait,
I'm overstimulated.
Is this because like there's a scene where this doesn't give anything away, where he's having a phone conversation and you think it's a real phone conversation. And then they like pull the camera out and you realize that it's the rehearsal for the phone thing. And I'm just like, wait, what? That was that? And I also think part of it is I love professional wrestling. And professional wrestling is always the best when you think the other guy actually hates the other guy. And another cat pooped. This is not a good place to do a podcast. I'm not quite sure how you work here every day.
I'm fine.
But I think like when when the lines of reality are blurred, it's very interesting to me.
I can't.
So like, so every season, all 2, have kind of had like an overarching storyline. Mm-hmm. And like this most recent one was trying to improve communication in the cockpit of an airplane. Please, Fig, don't knock this over.
Fig!
All right.
Come on.
So then, yeah, so they're trying to improve cockpit communication, and they're doing this
because they think that miscommunication or undercommunication in the cockpit leads to more plane crashes.
Right. So
because Nathan Fielder is obsessed with plane crashes. And I think that's real.
Yeah, no, that seems real.
Seems. See? Like
and like so like there's that overarching thing. But like I didn't love there was and you missed an episode at least because you don't like it. But I think you were there when there was the pilot who was trying to have
a relationship
with a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very odd because it just kind of like he kissed her on the cheek and then it was kind of dropped. But then that girl was used as an actress again.
Yeah.
And like that woman was brought in to be an actress, but then they tried to create real life romance between him and one of the...
Because they had like good conversation.
But like there was like a fictional character having a relationship with a non-fiction
If this
character.
is your like first introduction to the show or the rehearsal, it sounds insane because it is insane. We've tried to explain the show to like many people, like in real life, of like why maybe they should give it a try, or in my case, like it's over my head. And I feel it's impossible to describe the insanity of that show.
And I you know what I think is actually the best example of trying to figure out how real or fake it is. We watched an interview of Nathan Fielder and one of the other characters on the show.
No, he's not a character. He's like an actual safety expert.
Well, yeah, but he's also, he's a character. You can play yourself on a show. Two people on the show were interviewed by Wolf Blitzer on CNN. And having gone through the entire series, it just felt like an extra episode of the show. Yeah. Like, where you were just
I was like, is this part of like season 3? It was so crazy. And I feel like we said nothing and everything about that show.
I would say, so look, if you want mental stimulation, it's the rehearsal. if you want just to, I don't think you got to pay attention.
It's not even like rotting. It's just like it's
Well,
just
yeah,
a good storyline.
yeah, and I mean, I would say the one thing about the White Lotus that I enjoyed was a lot of the brainless television Alex watches. I can tune it out. I'll tune it out because you can miss everything and it doesn't matter. You can just pick it right back up. Like the stories don't matter. Where it's like there's a little subtle thing to make you think like this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. So that was a good aspect of the White Lotus.
I liked it. I liked the location or the locations that they've done it in. It's like nice to transport yourself to these like luxury resorts.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Anything else in your life you'd like to tell them about? Anything going on?
I'm running the Chicago Marathon. Started training. There's a cat under me, I think. Oh, do you have to play with that toy now? Yeah, I'm running the Chicago Marathon this fall. Got in the lottery, which is very exciting, so I won't be bugging everyone for fundraising. But yeah, I started training this past week. It's going to be a long training cycle because I'm coming off an injury. So I'm giving myself an extra couple weeks. But
now, are we talking the ankle injury or the shoulder injury?
Both.
Let's tell a silly story.
Let's tell a silly story. On Monday, Memorial Day, I had come back from New York to see Beyonce with June the day before. So Sunday afternoon, I got home from New York, immediately went to a friend's barbecue, and basically fell asleep at the party. But, came home, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and could have used a little extra sleep. And I think Mike knew that. So he was trying to let me sleep. And
hold on. I did let you sleep.
Trying.
I took the kids away. I brought them downstairs, which plays into the story. We were occupied downstairs.
So I had to get up. One of the cats had gotten in, was asking to get out of our room. So I got up to let him out. And I was up. And then I was on the floor. And that's all I know.
I, downstairs, heard a commotion and a thump. Now, if you haven't caught on in this, these cats, they get a little wild. They've knocked stuff over. And it is funny because usually they will knock something over and I will yell upstairs like, hey, you good? Granted, I wouldn't have heard back from you this time.
No.
But I probably still would have ignored it because I would have thought you fell back asleep and it was a cat. I
had not. I was on the floor. And I don't know how long I was on the floor, frankly. But I woke up on the floor and I went, what? And eventually got myself back in bed and laid there for a little bit and then started piecing it together. And I texted Mike, I think I just passed out. To which he responded, is that what that noise was? And I said, it appears so.
And at that point in time, I came upstairs to make sure things were okay. And then you got to sleep 2 more hours.
I did. I went back to sleep, yeah. Because clearly I needed it. I think my blood sugar was just low or something. And yeah, I don't know. But it was not cool. And I tweaked my shoulder coming down. Which, in the realm of injuries that could have happened to me by fainting on a hardwood floor in our bedroom with many sharp
money.
No money. With many sharp furniture objects around. It's fine. But I did hurt my shoulder. I could still run though. It was lifting my shoulder up that hurt. But now it's fine. It's just a little tiny twing.
So yeah, Alex has been doing all the cool stuff.
Wow. I didn't get MRSA.
There's really not an interesting story behind that.
I got MRSA.
I did get MRSA, but that was ew, there's a weird spot on my leg. Oh, it's getting bigger. Oh, it hurts. I should go to the doctor. I have to go to the doctor again because it's not getting any better. I have to go to a wound care specialist. And now I just have a purple kind of lump on my leg that you'll never see. But
I do.
Yes.
And We thought you had a hernia, but now it's not.
Yeah, who knows?
Mike doesn't have a hernia, if you were wondering.
People don't know about my potential hernia. I only revealed the MRSA. But I did stop wearing my Apple Watch, and I think I'm going to keep doing it. I really don't like it anymore.
I also got rid of my Apple Watch because I
might do a real watch.
Oh.
Because the only thing I miss it for is looking to see what time it is.
Yeah, I wear my running watch, but I've been trying to wean myself off of wearing it all day because I don't need it, and I have I have the Ultra Human ring, which tracks like steps and sleep and stuff. So I don't need to be wearing my watch unless I'm running. So this is the year we don't have like hideous tans on our wrist.
Yeah, I mean mine's fine. You really can't tell, but I really stopped liking it, and the things I don't like are I don't know what time it is, and when I can't remember where I put my phone down.
Oh yeah, that stinks. I've lost my phone many a time since getting rid of my Apple Watch, but whatever.
Then we I entered Oliver into a hot dog eating contest, and I'm getting him primed and ready to kill and destroy.
He's gonna do it.
So, well, you've taken a looking at your phone, so I don't think we should be podcasting
Sorry.
anymore.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to
I was apologizing to
people.
everyone.
I think we have like 500 subscribers.
What?
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
That's cuckoo bananas. Why y'all listening to us?
I mean, I also think that in the time since we've podcasted amongst both of our TikTok accounts, thousands, maybe over 10,000 new eyes have come across it.
Maybe I did just go viral again.
Yeah, and I mean, I went fairly viral for introducing June to women's basketball.
I forgot about that.
And then she wouldn't watch it with me today, although
we're going.
Our New York Liberty stomped out the Connecticut Sun by the score is, I believe, 100-52.
Hell yeah!
So
we're gonna go see them in August
3rd. I just checked the date so I could buy some tickets to something else.
Oh dang, that's
so
early.
You know what? I'm gonna say that our next episode of this, which is always a favorite, is gonna be a Q&A.
Oh,
the people love to ask the Qs.
Ask your Qs. I'll give you A's. That's fine. I thought we were going to talk about Pee Wee as himself.
We can do that too if we finish it in time.
We're watching Pee Wee as himself now.
But
I love Paul Rubens.
I'm not Asian. She's half Asian. We met through friends.
He's my second husband. If you didn't pick up on that one.
Second of.
We're stuck together forever.
All right. If you're still listening, I apologize. It's been great having you. Buy a recess.
Buy a recess.
I think this is supposed to make me sleep better. And
no, it's not that kind of magnesium.
Why? If it's chilling my brain.
I don't know. I don't think it. I think it's just supposed to chill you.
Either way, it's good. Goodbye.
Bye.
Take this off.